And let's talk about the choker. You know what's the choker in entrance exam? The choker is the volume of 19 subjects. And what's the antidote? The antidote is correct revision plans. With less than 2 months left for your NEET PG exam now, and just about 10 to 12 days left for your FMG exam, right? Let's understand some of the points I tried to highlight for an optimum revision technique. Number one, understand the exam. Fortunately, it's an MCQ exam. Multiple choice question. Even in MCQ word, the choice is before the question. So it's about respecting the choices. It's not about just understanding the question. Understanding the question is just a part. But respecting the options, the choices, is more important sometimes, because in most of the questions, you are able to rule out one option. So if you are able to rule out one option, it means out of the three you have to choose, your success percentage is 33%. If you are able to rule out one more option, out of the two you have to choose 50%. And if you are able to rule out one more, 100%. So by ruling out options, you have a better chance of getting or scoring. Now, what is the key here? The key here is look for the obvious pointer, which will tell you what cannot be the answer. Look, the answer is there in front of you. What cannot be the answer if you follow this rule, you will be able to pick up. So MCQ world is just not about understanding the question or increasing your knowledge. MCQ world is more about MCQ world is more about ruling out the options, developing the art and craft of solving the questions. It's very valuable. Second point, right? We want to go somewhere, right? You know Google Map. So Google Map is one of the greatest innovation of mankind, which led to the discovery of so many things in the world. And imagining before Google Map came, we were talking to everybody where to take the left turn, how to reach a place. But now the technology is at your disposal. So now that your revision should have a Google Map. You should be knowing what to do in last 6 weeks. Out of that, first 5 weeks, last 7 days, and out of that, first 6 days, last one day, and the morning of the exam. It should be all planned. I am a knee replacement surgeon. My steps are pre-planned. So I take specific time for every knee, right? There would be minor hiccups, but majority things are covered up in that time, standard deviation. So what you need to understand here is write a plan, write a detailed, clear revision plan. And stick to your plan. Most important is stick to your plan. Do not try to change your plan based on somebody else doing something different. Most important thing while you're writing a revision plan is point number 3. Organize your notes. Do not change them. At this stage, you need to stick to what you are following. Stick to your source. Very important. Nothing new now. Now is the time to consolidate. I'll tell you, I went to a place somewhere where it was beautifully written. Take whatever you want to have. Have whatever you take. So it is very, very important that you should be Serving things which you are able to finish in your plate, what you want to eat. Otherwise, you will choke or you will throw or you will waste it. Same is with your plan to revise. You should be extremely careful what you want to revise and how you want to do it. And that is why your notes should be properly revised. It is properly into your mind that you have streamlined the things. This is what you want to do. But nothing new in the last 6 weeks. Keep this into your mind. Read your revision notes. People make those small books, choti copy, as Dr. Zainab says, or a register, 2 to 3 registers, but they don't go through it. Or a book for grand test mistakes. If you don't read your notes, which you prepared yourself, that's the biggest disaster you're doing. It is very, very important that you stick and read your notes. There are three ways reading loud. Reading loud is clearing your concept. So if you find that, for example, deep vein thrombosis is a topic and you are not able to understand, start reading it loud. It will clear your concepts. But if you think that you know this topic decently well and you really need to pick out major points from each paragraph, that's called as skimming. Moti baat, major chunks everywhere is completing the whole topic. Do that. And last, the quickest way of finishing a topic is scanning. For an inch is 2.54 centimeters. Finish it off. Just look for this value on the page and go ahead. You need to be very clear in your notes what areas you want to clear your concepts if required. Skimming and scanning is the major thing that you'll do. So if I have to revise the first 5 weeks, I will be doing clearing concept and skimming more. But last 7 days, I'll be doing scanning more. And last one day, I'll be absolutely just doing the scanning. And that's very, very important for you while revising. This is the point, right? In one of the videos, we discussed 1, 2, right? 5, 7 rule. This is a rule that has been described in different books that what you read today, revise the next day, revise on the fifth day or seventh day. So different ways of sealing concepts in your mind. One of my student from Mumbai, he had a habit of starting his next day by revising what he did previous day. So this is a way to do it. Also be very clear that while you're organizing your schedule, while you're organizing your notes, be very clear what particular days, what subjects you're doing so that you have a balance of the subjects you like and the subjects you don't. You also are supposed to make yourself stronger each day. So if your subject one is weak, one is strong, do both, give more time to the weaker subject, but do not ignore stronger because otherwise tomorrow they'll become weaker. And there is that point where you lose the race. The entire internet will keep on talking to you about PYQs and PYTs. You know why? It's connected to my first point. Understand your exam. Because till the time you do not understand your exam, it's very difficult. For example, I'll tell you, test for ulnar nerve or median nerve are always asked. Common peroneal nerve is one nerve which is always asked nowadays. Osteochondroma image is hot favorite of the examiners. Fibrous dysplasia is very frequently asked. Giant cell tumor is always asked. So these are some of the points. Somebody tells me that do I need them? नींद में भी मुझको आना चाहिए. If I don't mark the test for ulnar nerve or median nerve, if I don't mark that at the neck of fibula there's common peroneal nerve, if I don't mark this osteochondroma, right? It is very, very difficult that I'll score if I don't mark the Shepard-Crook deformity in fibrous dysplasia or a tumor going till the joint is the giant cell tumor. It's very difficult, but I need to understand not only the questions, I need to understand the topics. So that's why PYT is more important than PYQs, but then it's important to understand what are the areas you need to look. And in your revision notes and your revision plan, these 3 to 5 years should be covered. 3 is minimum, 5 is maximum. No need to go beyond. Now, this is something which will be a decider because here, if you score a negative, there is no compensation ever. So people who clear entrance exams, they don't miss out on this page. Very, very, very important. All right. Next, right? The next point is you are writing an exam. You are practicing on understanding the questions is one aspect, but you need to practice the whole exam. Here comes the grand test. Practice it like an exam, same time as the main exam. Evaluate and improve. 2 to 3 grand tests at this time in a month are important for you to keep yourself on track. Many a times I've seen my students tell me, we could not sit for 3.5 hours in the exam, because you don't sit at the home. So it's important. Somebody asked me, can I give a grand test at night? No. Give it at the time when the actual exam takes place. So practice. All right. Should we be worried about grand test scores? Not at all. You should be worried about timing it up, developing an attitude to solve the questions, and you should be also worried about that when you are practicing grand test or you are doing something, it is very, very important that you assess it. Unless you assess or evaluate, it will be very difficult. And always remember, my friends, when you are writing an exam, it's of 19 subjects. Make sure you revise 19. In your revision plan, don't miss out anything. Neither you should miss out in first 5 weeks nor in the last 7 days. Make sure you touch loud concepts, skimming and scanning of all 19 subjects. And when you're writing grand test, ask yourself, are you really weak in some subject? Try to make up for it. It's extremely important. All right. And the last one, yeah, is about yourself and the surroundings. You are a human being. If you do not take care of yourself in this time, which is a little difficult, I can practically do everything, but this phase to redo an exam is impossible. Till the time I don't learn to take care of myself, right? It's very difficult. So taking care is socially, physically, mentally. Relax yourself, eat well, have some walk. It's very important. Eat and sleep. Never ignore that. Take care of your eyes. They should not undergo fatigue. So there's a rule called as 20-20. Every 20 minutes, look at a distance of 20 feet for 20 seconds. That will relax your eyes. So go easy on your eyes. You will need these eyes. You need to train these eyes to look at the exam paper for 3.5 hours in the computer. Do not burn them out with increasing the screen time. Otherwise, by binge watching at these 6 weeks, you don't need that. All right. And remember, you need surrounding and support at this time. If you need help, go and ask for it. Talk to positive people. This is a time where you feel that you might just not do it. But if you have the right kind of surrounding and support and you study till the last, you follow the schedule that you made, you're going to win it. So this is what is the rule of cricket. Game of cricket tells that if you are, ready to fight till the end, you are going to kill it. Now, let's assume we are on 8th of January and it's winter and it's chilly morning. And if I speak out in a chilly morning, you take bath with water, right? And the moment you think about it, it runs chills, right? Chills down your spine. But then you take bath with water. So when you take bath with water, this is what we say. जो लोग स्नान पानी से करते हैं वो वस्त्र बदलते हैं. They change clothes. Then you will dress up well and you'll go ahead. But then the second line, जो लोग पसीने से स्नान करते हैं वो इतिहास बदलते हैं. So if you have the courage to sweat by your hard work in this chilly winter and not worry about anything else, you will rewrite the destiny. And that is what it is all about. Remember, every game, every competition, every test, it is the last phase which decides the result. So you have to finish very, very strong. Say no to the no sayers. No को no बोल दो. Yes को yes बोल दो. Mindset पॉजिटिव जरूरी है। सराउंडिंग्स पॉजिटिव जरूरी है। आपको आता है, आपको ये विश्वास रखना होगा कि आपको आता है, तो आपको ये बोलना होगा, यस आई कैन, यस आई विल। दिस इज वॉट यू हैव टू डू। These are some of the points I want you to keep in mind. Do listen to this video again, right? Let me just have a look at some of the comments which are there if somebody wants to ask me something. Exam is postponed, sir. I have no idea about it. I'm really sorry. Bhargavi, I have really no idea. So I do not know anything about this aspect. Should we make concise notes for last 15 days at this point? I will suggest whatever notes for revision you have, highlight the important point and flip over. I just said skimming and scanning. That is what you should do out of your notes. You do not have time to make any new notes right now. Just thin it out and read out, highlight the important things. So, Devshri, your ranks are improving. You just have to hold on. Have a mindset that you will do it. The cerebellum GTs, they do mimic the actual exams. We are careful in balancing it out. That's why our title is Keep the Balance Right. You did Roos test and felt numbness at 1 minute 42 seconds, sir. All right. So avoid doing these hyperextension of the shoulders or the arms. All right. And after your exam is over, you can evaluate for the thoracic outlet syndrome. So you score good in one GT, not so good in other GT. That's going to be okay. People do perform well if they keep on improving in GTs and improving in the topics as discussed. So good. On first exam, my score was 116, and then the second one, I am improving. Fantastic. If you are not feeling satisfied when you're studying every day, that's okay. As many hours you can study, study, but do not compromise on your sleep. The mental piece is extremely important. Analyzing GT two ways. Number one, if you got a question correct, look at the answer. If that is correct, and look at the explanation grossly. If this is how you answered, ignore that. But if there's a question you got correct, look at what concept you missed, read loud. Information you miss, skim out. Correct information you miss, scan out. So this is what you do it. Shashank, GT marks are not increasing, doesn't matter. Just keep faith, they will improve. All right. So this is all about this session. Thank you very much for the Monday motivation series. Your support and your love keeps me motivated. God bless all of you. All the best for your exams. Thank you very much.